That's Trump. No, we got President Trump, not President Trump, sucker. He will never back down.
My whole crew, keeping it MAGA when we roll through.
Hey, when we roll through,
keeping it MAGA. My whole crew, keeping it MAGA when we roll through. Keeping it MAGA.
You know blacks voting Trump, I heard Biden's gonna fire us. But that's okay, cause Donald Trump's about to hire us. I pay the IRS, they send my bread to Ukraine. They killing babies, getting abortions, that's the new wave. 100 bands up on my chain, baby, I'm a rich slave. You voting Democrat, just know that come with 3K. The glove don't fit, they must have quit. OJ in this a message to Alvin Bragg. Uncle Trump is innocent. I was just in the Bronx, I seen it with my own eyes. It's a red wave, baby, I'm a patriot for life. Robert De Niro, ooh boy, we laughing at you. Let me guess, Donald Trump raped you too? Trump just ain't running against Biden at all. I blame the fake news, baby, they the virus. ABC, NBC, CNN too. I blame Obama and Bush, the Clinton family too.
Black president, Donald Trump. None niggas make me feel pissed. You know what I'm saying? I'm Michael Black man. Blacks for Trump, nigga. You hear what I'm trying to tell you to your face? You don't understand me. Get out of my face. Democrats gonna say, ooh, Chuba, Shuba, when the head on the United States, come grab my Jesus from my throat to the head. To unfuck up the love in the right, you know she got begging. And give up the loving, she don't stop begging. I know you're jealous about that, Democrat. Black president, Donald Trump, been spending most their lives living in a future paradise. Been wasting most their days, trying days long gone behind. Who of them will come to be? How many of them are you and me? Separation, come on. Separation. Everybody must stick together. That's right. Integration. The man. Boom, boom. They can't fight against the black man and the white man when we are in unity. You see what I'm saying? Come on. Stick together. Stick together. This the roster speaking to your yes. Trump, black, you know what I'm saying? That black and white must unite. You know what I mean? Little more, you know, see? Right.
They wanted me to spit reality rap.
Problem is, what the problem is,
Whatever that fucking mean.
yeah. Let's go. Fuck you niggas and I mean that. You want war, bitch, I bring that. Real niggas dressing all black. I'll put your life in the past. All you lames ain't gon' last. Put that dumb shit in the trash. I be yellow in the jungle while them with gorillas even when it's fast. I was boosting them was back up. Run all up in your stash house. Tell you niggas kick the cash out. 45 on your ass. A lot of y'all dudes is acting. People saying that y'all trapping. Put you right up on the news channel 45 asking what happened. Big nigga and I'm hustling. I dare you niggas try to touch me. So official like the ref. I got some real niggas that'll leave you dusty. I ain't never had nothing. Making something out of nothing. Out here grinding real hard, trying to turn the Debbie to an English muffin. I whip the work like a slave nigga. Streets know I'm a go-getter. I can never be a whole nigga. Real facts, you's a whole nigga. Catch the boy in the cup. Watch the pot bubble up. Profit going double up. Really never give a fuck. My hood really bout that. Cross the line, then we off black. Kill a nigga when it's off black. Smoke you chumps like some gas. My father never really fuck with me. None of you niggas can't fuck with me. Say it twice so you remember me. None of y'all can't fuck with me. So high, I wait like I just dropped the Molly. Wait for a young dumb ass nigga to try me. Giving them shots to the face of the body. Guns like a boxer, man, shots to the body. Yeah. I done did a lot of dumb shit, a lot of beat a hater up type shit. I got that shit straight from high, not a nigga out real. I saw the teens of that musty. It was loud, it was crunchy. That's when housing came and rushed me. That's when housing came and rushed me. Came around every corner, had me on the ground. That's when they cuffed me. Had to switch the game up. Started capping up for slugs. I'm getting money, nigga, what? I'm getting money, nigga, what? Nobody couldn't tell me nothing cause a real nigga never gave a fuck. Homie told her that was fucked up. Real talk, that was fucked up. When I see you little nigga hit you with that 40, let you know your time's up. Gritty nigga still hungry. Yes, the boy still hungry. I be in my own lane fighting like a champ, getting to the money. Get all that stupid shit. I'm gonna give me some money and ball out. I'ma stack it so high to the ceiling that when it come to my house, you gon' fall out. Only real niggas know what I'm talking about. Shoot up for niggas like film in a movie. Spit it for reals like we shooting a Uzi. Crossing the beach, you be out of here. Only you know I don't show no fear. Treat you like magic, you disappear. Make sure you haters is crystal clear. Get them away from here. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. There you go, there you go, there you go. Dress it up to make it real for me. Whatever that fucking means. For you bitch ass niggas.
This is a manufactured criminal case.
Ridiculous charges.
What happened today was offensive to the Constitution.
They've never articulated the crime here.
Awaken the sleeping giant.
What the radical left Democrats are counting on is your silence and your submission.
No one's going to stop us. No one's going to slow us down.
And the only way for us to fight back successfully is to elect Donald Trump in November.
When President Trump came out and said the real verdict will be on November 5th, he couldn't be more right.
But don't get mad. Get motivated.
We will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over. Thank you very much.
Let me take you higher and show you how you should feel. Baby, there's something now and forever hold your body. Whatever it is you want from me, baby. See, you don't have to say nothing. Know your body wants something. It's easy for me to see that your body is going for me. I can hear me calling me. You know the words. I can hear it calling me. Yeah. I can hear it calling me. I went to Rkelly concert. He's here. This right here. Hey. I hear you calling me. I hear you calling me. I'm listening. I thought I heard somebody over here calling me. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. I'm listening. I hear you calling me. I'm listening. I hear you calling me. I heard somebody over here calling me. Whoa, whoa. Yeah.
And gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, Go.
Mr. Quack, quack in that bitch, quack in that bitch, quack hole in that bitch. Mr. Quack, quack, Mike Beasley. We the underdog. We the underdog. We the underdog. Lay 10 toes down, please rise to the top. We the underdog. We the underdog. I'm a dog. I'm a dog. I'm a dog. I'm a dog.
You a fraud, the little one. I told her we'll get back. I'm on call, a real one. But around you will get slapped. Better known that's him. This really that. I'm a Southside hell. I'm a Plato veteran. I'm a Taylor made me hell. Strip way better than. I'm the one that's gonna carry it. Everything that I'm selling. I'm the one that's with the shit. If you smell it, then tell me it is. We the underdog. We the underdog. Lay 10 toes down, please rise to the top. We the underdog.
I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog. Shout out to everybody that's out there. Yeah.
What you talking about? Been running for years, Rick Bell to the side. Been stepping for years, now come for mine. Y'all had y'all time, now get in line. Just can't hot young, rock on line. Tell them the bar, dog, we on the tour. Eastside, Westside, nigga, border. Hero play, that's the rap play too. I put it in the room, better watch go home. Y'all let me in, so I'm bigger than the road. Big dog, money on my phone. Rain in my face, diamonds in my mouth. This quack, I'm a hot in the south. This quack, I'm a bitch in your mouth. This quack, I'ma tell them on my
I'm a dog. I'm a dog. I'm a dog.
I'm a dog, I'm a dog.
I'm a dog. I'm a dog.
I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a dog, That's how we rocking it. Shout out to everybody that's here. What's going on, y'all? Y'all chilling with the best place that you can be on a Friday night. Good God. What's up, Dream Team? I see y'all, man. Y'all in this joint. Oh, we back, baby. We back. I got some things to talk about, man. Kiva, what's going on, Kiva? Shout out to Kiva Martin. Shout out to Tennille. Shout out to Judah. Shout out to Lexington. Shout out to Mama Mary in the building. I see Mama Mary back. What's going on? I'm ready to hear her say, y'all know the favorite line I can't say, it's too early. Shout out to Shank Rock and the Rock Stars. Shout out to EJ. Shout out to Miss V White. Jude in the building. Everybody else, what's going on? Y'all know what it is, man. I'm just listening. You know, people making diss tracks about me. What? Man, people made diss tracks about me and I ain't even been on. But you know what? Keep making them. Cause when I start doing diss tracks, I don't want nobody crying. I don't want nobody, he picking on me. Robert Kelly in the building. What up, Robert? Robert said FDT. I understand. Robert Kelly, y'all know we got to excuse him because he got DTS. Y'all know what that is? If y'all don't know what it is, just say I don't know what it is and I'll tell you. But Robert Kelly have DTS, so we have to excuse Robert Kelly. He is a welcome guest over here. And, you know, that's one of my argue buddies. So I get to light into Robert Kelly at will. You know what I'm saying? But I must say this. One thing that Robert Kelly
and everybody else was saying is that everybody that was in the R. Kelly fight wasn't genuine. And a lot of people got mad at me because I exposed the hands of the people early. Now, the weird part is this right here. If you in a fight for R. Kelly, and I'm going at early, and if you in the fight, you know what? I ain't even telling y'all where to send the Cash App or the Super Chat because I want to get into this early. I've been away from y'all for too long. Now check it. If you in this fight for R. Kelly, right? There's no wavering. Y'all, there's no wavering. It's times that myself, I just wanted to say hell with everything and walk away. But because my fight wouldn't let me do that. And you look at people now that once was saying, free R. Kelly, try to put a spin on what I did. But you see those people now saying, and he won't get a pardon. Ooh. The same people that said R. Kelly ain't worth fighting for. The same people that said they would get R. Kelly unalived in jail. Hey, blessed and anointed, hey. So when I told y'all 5 years ago, when I split and I destroyed the firm, and me and Brooke brought the dream team up, I said something that made sense. I said, it was a problem when I was talking to Okov. So they did everything in their power to destroy the bond that I had with the R. Kelly side, which they didn't do. However, they are the ones talking to Okov, and more importantly, they are following the ideology of Okov. If you think I'm lying, didn't the old famous Bible lady come out and say, well, I'm going to tell the truth about R. Kelly. There was some kids in Chicago. Huh? Oh, and he's not getting a bond. There's no paperwork in. Stop. You have people that will come out and talk about stuff like that when they are no longer in the loop with that R. Kelly situation. Now, I know what's going on because I'm part of what's going on. I don't have to jump out there and tell folks, oh, no, I'm doing this. No. I don't have to do none of that. The only thing I'm going to say is the people that's in the loop with this, of this man coming home, are the people that need to know. And I'm going to go here. Until you getting information like this sent to you and really talking to people in the cabinet, you can't talk to me about anything dealing with R. Kelly. Now, this is a blank pardon report, and I'm not going to show the whole thing. But this is what's being worked on as we speak for Robert Sylvester Kelly. Now, am I working on it? No. I just furnished it. I got it and I furnished it and my hands is out of it. Who's working on it? Ain't none of your goddamn business. When it happens, then you will see everybody that's been working on it. I sounded the alarm a long time ago and I said certain people do not want Robert Sylvester Kelly home. And then I find it funny that the leader of Okov was in the same person chat that was talking greasy about R. Kelly. Nah, Judah, Robert Kelly good. Let him stay. I love destroying Robert Kelly. So So with that being said, it's weird. And see, and I don't normally entertain my ops, right? But I'm about to show you something because a question has been proposed. The question is, he needs a pardon. Why he can't just win his appeal since he's so innocent? And believe it or not, that's a great question. Well, let me answer that. When you're being railroaded by the DOJ and you being railroaded by the alphabet boys, right? You can't win something where you being railroaded from. So if you're being railroaded in your appeal process, why not fight for the pardon? That's just like you. When you were caught in your situation after threatening in the AUSAs, you had to go another measure in order for them to release you, right? Same thing he got to do. At the end of the day, the number one key thing was this right here, and it came out yesterday. And you're going to hear it again. When the FBI defied and undermined Pam Bondi, and it came from the Southern District of New York, that now leads me to believe, and I don't care who you are, I don't care if I don't like you or not, if your case was in the Southern District of New York, you were done wrong. And the reason why I say it is because of the actions that they were having and they have done to Pam Bondi when it comes to the Epstein list. If you want full participation, you want full transparency, no matter who's on the list, do not undermine the head. But there's a lot of that going on within the government. And then people say, oh, so why Trump firing all these people? Because if Trump do not fire everybody that supports the Biden administration and that was there for the Biden administration, nothing will get done and everything will be everything will be flatlined and fall face on its face. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Ms. Lady. So I got a question. And cause Tennille asks why Lily put that out there. Well, I'm gonna go here. When people do things to fight for attention because they just want to do something, they will do anything, whether it's right or wrong. When I heard about it, I said, whoa, this can hurt him. But nobody cared about that. Now, I didn't get to see what all Lily did, but I heard about it. And I heard that it wasn't nothing nice. I heard that she went on Lady D channel and lied out of her teeth. Wait a minute. We talked about the Bible lady now, the other Bible lady, the other Holy Roly now. And the one that denied that she was in the paperwork, the same one that told y'all didn't see the name that was in the paperwork. All right, Tennille, I'll definitely watch it. I've been busy. I haven't been able to get to it. Now, the reliable source, Lily have to come out and give it. Who was the reliable source? Now watch this. She have access to Keith and all of those folks, right? Excuse me. And she have access to all of them. So who was the reliable source? So you already know that appeal ain't gonna work then. Bonjean conceded to the relationship with minors in Chicago. I got a bond with a background. Rkelly could. Okay, cool. Watch this. I can entertain you because you're saying you got a bond with a background and R. Kelly didn't, and he didn't have a background. That's cool. R. Kelly have something that they wanted. You don't. So continuing to pursue you and not getting nothing from you was a waste of their time. So they made sure they got what they got from you was your cooperation. And we don't got to go all the way back down now. But they got your cooperation. And you, hey, they gave you what they gave you. At the end of the day, Robert is facing something way sinister, way hasting. And at the end, you, sir, wasn't you going down the street talking about free R. Kelly? And the whole time, you was trying to lock him up. So it's cool. It's cool. This is why I say, when your ops come out to play, you let them play. You don't block them. Now, I followed that trend from somebody else in the beef sector. And it pays off to work pretty cool. So with that being said, if the DOJ and the FBI and everybody else can undermine Pam Bondi, why wouldn't they railroad R. Kelly? And then you said Jennifer Bonjean conceded to kids in Chicago. No. She didn't concede to no kids in Chicago. Let's get that be straight. And for all my English majors out there, I said it improper now. Let's get that be straight. She did not concede to kids. And in the Chicago trial, you saw lie after lie after lie. Then you heard Judge Leavenworth say, we got to get him something. Because what they really charged him on, he beat. They really wanted obstruction on him, but they couldn't find obstruction on him. That's what the big hiccup was with Daryl McDavid lawyer going to go see R. Kelly. Oh no, we can't let that happen. So at the end of the day, you have a man that's sitting in jail for no reason. But then I've got to play the devil's advocate. I got to say, if he ain't let certain people around him because of vulnerability with certain people, I don't think he'll be facing this. Because when he sat down with the well, let's say this: when Don Russell sat down with the feds, I said at that point, Rob is in trouble. Nobody listened to what I said. So what they did was they stockpiled people that had secret motives against him and used all of that against him. Because if you was in court in New York, everybody, all 51 people came and said, and because it was 52, but all 51 of them came and said, we don't want to see him in jail. We don't want to see him locked up. So if you don't want to see him in jail, if you don't want to see him locked up, why did you go testify? Oh, Geronda said it. They made us do it. And they threatened us with taking our kids and this and this. So hold on. The secret meeting at O'Hare A secret meeting at O'Hare right there was a violation of Robert Sylvester Kelly rights. Now, why? Because it was a separation of powers. How was it a separation of powers? Because you can't have the oversight and the undersight along with an outside member meet together to talk about one individual. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. So at the end of the day, somebody said, what? I'm suing you in 2 weeks. Listen, talking facts. I'm suing you in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I'm suing you for defamation. You're going to have to stand on this RICO you claim I proved. Okay, cool. Cool. Make sure you do, man. Make sure you do. So at the end of the day, you have a man that's sitting there. For what? You got to ask yourself this question. What is the government getting out of Robert Sylvester Kelly sitting in jail? Well, what did I tell y'all once before? Everything we talked about is going to come full circle. His secret account have to be depleted, just like all of us have secret accounts. Some people don't want to believe it, but I done showed it many times. At the end of the day, you have to understand that the powers that be are not your friends. Hey, child, you got to understand the powers that be ain't your friends. And with that being said, I will say that Rkelly, if everything goes the way it's supposed to go and that it should go, Rob will be back home soon than later. But my prayer is that he don't go back around the same folks. Because no way how you look at it, I must tell the facts about the facts. Majority of the folks that went and talked to them people about Robert Sylvester Kelly wasn't listed. So when the ops came out and said it, I couldn't do nothing but say, wow, they know too. That's why a lot of them and was able just to sit and watch. Because a lot of them that came out was only there to make sure that his enjailment stayed final. But it took people like me from the outside of Chicago to come and make enough noise. And then people in Chicago, oh, I get it. No, it's too late now. You're not needed. Even if you got it, you're not needed. And what people have to realize is that everybody can do the same thing. But everybody is not designed to do the same thing. So every time that somebody else do the same thing, it don't have the same progression as the person that's designed to do it. Do it. That's all. With that being said, I heard some people on Facebook. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Apollo News, Oscar winner Gene Hackman, his wife Betsy Arakua, and their dog were unalive for some time. Warrant shows. Gene Hackman was a hell of an actor. I have to say that. Gene Hackman was a hell of an actor. And it's sad the way he went out. But if you trying to get into the arts, align yourself with people who's going to have your better judgment and who's going to help you get out when it's time for you to get out. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the glorified Pastor Jamal Bryant. Now, last time I did this, people got mad at me on Facebook. But once again, this is my boy.
$55 for inhaler.
I gotta play this because he is attacking conservatives. Let's listen to what he say.
Tomorrow, if you got a problem, pull up on me. Stokely Carmichael said, our fathers had to run, but my generation is out of breath. We ain't running no more. Yea, though I walk. And after being on the run for 26 years from Saul and Philistines, David said, my running days are over. We don't have to run anymore. You only run when you're scared. But you walk when you got confidence that greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Would you look at your neighbor and tell him, I ain't running nowhere. Be like a tree, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding, knowing that your labor is not in vain. I'm not gonna run when nobody is chasing me, but I'm gonna walk like a smooth operator. I gotta walk because I understand that no weapon formed against me shall be able to prosper. All these other churches might not say nothing, but at 6400 Woodrow, we right outside of Decatur where it's greater. You got to understand that there is more for us than there are against us. Look at your neighbor and say, as long as we stick together, we ain't gotta run. Harriet Tubman said, whenever I tried to make our people be free, there were a few Negroes that tried to go backwards and tried to risk our freedom. I feel bad for them coons in the White House who are in there tap dancing for massa, wearing bow ties, shinning and grinding, laughing like nothing is funny. Get out of there, Negro, and stand with your people so that you understand that God is on our side.
Okay, so I want to hear
praying for me all week. You've been nervous all week, but I ain't afraid of the spooks that sat at the door. These runaway slaves hiding in the White House gonna throw my picture up thinking that I'm gonna be afraid. If you got real courage, don't show my picture. Show the picture of the one that fired the black Joint Chief of Staffs from the military. If you gonna show a picture of the CEO of Target, Walmart, McDonald's, and Amazon that does not recognize black dollars or black business. If you gonna put up a picture of the state legislators in Florida that are banning black books. If you gonna put up the picture of the one who is stealing classified information from the IRS and
Social Security. If you gonna put up a picture of those that don't want your mama to pay $35 for insulin and your child to pay $35 for inhaler. If you gonna put up a picture of those that are jailing children and separating families. I ain't ever scared. In case you forgot, I'm from the west side of Baltimore. If you got a problem, pull up on me.
That's what I thought he said. So what I'm going to do Sunday, Jamal, because I'm from the east side of Baltimore, I'm going to pull up on you. And I'm going to have on my MAGA hat. So I have to say this. It kills me how pastors can have mega churches and spew hate. Let's go there. It was a good feeling. Oh, pull up on me. But you, Jamal Bryant, are the same pastor that allowed the harlot witch to come and preach to your congregation. You are the same pastor that said Kamala Harris was best for the United States, but she was engulfing LGBTism. Now, I'm trying to figure out. You talking about God, right? That makes me question what God you serve. Because you was just praising the witch. But now you talking about Donald Trump do not acknowledge black dollars. All right, let's go here. When I last recall, this dollar was green, right? When I last recall, this dollar was green. This dollar was green, right? When I last recall, it was green, right? Cool. Now, this is what we do in Baltimore when we call fact checking. This right here don't mean a daggone thing. Why? Because it's not money. Look closely what it say. Federal Reserve note. Then I'm going to drop it like it's hot on you, Jamal. What do that say in small print? This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. So what the hell are you talking about as far as black dollars? There is no money in the United States. And Jamal, you part of the NAACP, right? So let me ask this question, Mr. Pastor. Why didn't you say nothing when Bevelin was locked up by the Kamala Harris Biden administration for praying for people that wanted to go get abortion at Planned Parenthood? I'll wait. Because see, it kills me because this ain't the Jamal I know. This Jamal that's in that pulpit is Al Sharpton Jamal. This ain't the Jamal I know. Because Jamal I know just would have been like, man, I ain't dealing with that. I don't care. But you stood up for Sandra Bland, right? Because it bought you what? Notification. And it bought you a little dollar, right? You stood up for Khalil Castro or Cholesterol, whatever his name was, because it bought you a little dollar, right? You stood up for George Floyd, right? But you couldn't stand up for Bevelin. And Bevelin is our color. On top of that, Bevelin is saved. George Floyd wasn't. Bevelin is a mother and a gay evangelist in the church. George Floyd was a porn star and a drug addict. People ain't gonna like it. And they're gonna say, oh, Dana against the culture. No, I'm not against the culture because the culture been dead. I'm standing with facts. And the only reason why a lot of people jumped on the George Floyd bandwagon, because it brought them notoriety, it brought them a publicity, and it brought them many members to their church. But now let's get to the nitty gritty. Jamal Bryant, you let Timothy Savage, the biggest crook and swindler of all, in your pulpit to lie about chaos. And instead of you fact checking, you believed it. Oh, but what about when you was going through? And you didn't want people to believe your story. And you wanted people to fact check your story. See how things go? And see, and I'm to the point now where I'm about to totally launch an attack against the church. Because the things that happen in the world have to be okayed in the church first. Where is the standard? Where is the standard? Kudos to the churches that have a standard that's doing the right thing. That's what's up. But Jamal, you have one of the biggest churches in Georgia, right? You haven't spoke about nothing good that Donald Trump has done for us. But you praised a harlot female, a Hindu witch who did nothing for us in 4 years. Make that make sense? That mocked the Last Supper, and God himself turned out the lights on the Olympics for what they did. And she condemned the act of God. But she praised the hand of Baal. And you let her in your pulpit. Hold on. Hold on. People don't want to go down this road. And I ain't going to have a lot of pastors that say amen. A lot of pastors ain't going to comment on this. And that's the problem in the church. They can give you a good sermon. They can give you a good hoop. You can get a good dance, but you don't get truth and revelation in church. And I've been around both sides of the coin. I seen them mega pastors when they were nothing, until I seen them when they everything in people's eyes. So the question that I have, Jamal, instead of condemning Trump, why don't you have a man-to-man sit down, since you ain't scared and since you're saying pull up? Because as soon as somebody pull up, the only thing you're going to do is hide behind your security. Now, I'm pulling up Sunday because I want to have a conversation with my friend. I know you ain't going to do it, but I want to know, what is your ideology now? Because in order to build something great, you have to do what? Destroy it. Prime example. When God wanted to replenish the earth, he destroyed it with water, right? He flooded the earth, right? And then he replenished it, right? So if that's the case, why in the hell are y'all mad that Trump is destroying all the negative energy and all the negative people that's in the government that's doing negative stuff to the American people's funding? Oh, we ain't gonna talk about that. Y'all mad at the people that's telling y'all that y'all getting robbed versus the people that's been caught robbing y'all. I'm lost. Shouldn't y'all be mad at the Biden administration? Shouldn't y'all be mad at those folks for spending $1.5 billion on transgender shows? Transgender shows, plays. Are you, what? Y'all mad that Doge has found to this far 514 billion. They saved the American people 514 billion in tax overflux. Now I'm gonna say this. All of y'all niggas on Facebook that was talking that shit, now I can talk, that was talking that shit, why don't y'all jump y'all ass on this live and let's talk about it? I told y'all the day of reckoning was coming. But won't none of y'all niggas jump on the live because y'all know I will mollywop y'all ass with y'all undermining ideology. So y'all sit back and talk on the internet. I'm looking for everybody, like prime example, my Uncle Tank. Me and him go at it all the time. So I expect him to say something. It's certain people that you expect to say something. But a lot of you niggas, and I'm talking about Niggas, y'all niggas, y'all black people, y'all get on the internet and spew hate and talk about, oh, it's the white man. The white man ain't doing it. It's you, nigga. You the one that's holding you back. And as much as I hate to say this, I never thought I'd see the day where people were scared to govern themselves. I never thought I'd see this day. So like I say, people talk that stuff and they wait for me to post and then get up under there but you won't jump on the live where it's hot, baby, where you under a fire and you don't want to talk that stuff. Y'all don't want to talk that. Y'all want to keep talking all the stupid stuff, right? I get it. So with that being said, the most dumbest thing that I've seen was the Al Sharpton protest today. And I really defied it. I really defied it. The dumbest thing. And this is what they say. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Because I want to make sure y'all see this too. Let's run it back. Here we go.
Hey y'all, this is your daily reminder that Friday, February 28th is the economic blackout. No shopping, no gas, no nothing. Online, in-store, We're keeping our money in our pocket this Friday, February 28th. Don't forget.
Now, an economic blackout tour. And they said the reason for this is this right here.
Hey y'all, this is your daily reminder that Friday, February 28th is the economic blackout. No shopping, no gas, no nothing. Online, in store. We're keeping our money in our pocket this Friday, February 28th. Don't forget.
Now, I got one question to ask all the crazy people. Who have money? I wait. There is no money in the United States. There is none. So who have money? I want to know who have money. Because if you have money, we about to get rich. We about to own the United States. Because when you have House Joint Resolution 192, when they took the gold standard, and that's how you paid anything, the way you really supposed to pay your bills is by discharging debt to the IRS. That's the resolution. So the Caucasians know about it. And because they ain't scared to do it, and they do it from time to time. And how I know? Because USAA did it with me. And then I did it with a couple other things. Because you don't read, you don't know. And is that your fault? Yes, it is. Ignorance is not an excuse. The House Joint Resolution clearly give you a remedy. And the remedy is to discharge your debt. How do you discharge your debt? Go look at your IRS form, 1099-C. What do it say? Discharge of debt. The problem is you don't have nobody to tell you how to fill it out. So now that you know that there's no way you can pay a debt with a debt, what are you doing? When you pay your bills, are you really paying your bills? Well, you're giving a promissory note for a promissory note. And then at the bottom of their promissory note is a check. Not CHECK, but CHEQUE. Uh-oh. Is a certain way you fill that out and send it back in. And it resets your debt for the next month. So when Dana was teaching this back in 2022, Dana was looked at as a liar. Really? So Dana was looked at as a conspiracy theorist. Really? Is that what it was? Oh, man. Is that what it was? Well, let me help you with something. Because I told you, when the truth come out, people ain't ready for it. So let's look at some facts. And this is why Trump is so successful and people are so mad. Because he understands. Order to show cause for reducer, motion to dismiss affidavit. Oh, God. Ooh. Union Electric, DBA, Amiron, Missouri. Affirmation. Upon the affidavit of Calvin Dudley, sworn to the 18th day of February 2024, which is recent, and upon the copy of complaint hereto annexed, it is order that the above named defendant shall not be dismissed for refusal of lawful due process. The UCC Uniform Commercial Code defines a negotiable instrument as an unconditional writing that promises or orders the payment of a fixed amount of money to be considered negotiable. An instrument must meet the requirements stated in what? Article 3. UCC Article 3 Negotiable Instruments, Section 3-104. Negotiable instruments. A. Negotiable instrument means an unconditional promise or order to pay a fixed amount of money. Let it be clear that Amirin, Missouri, and the commission failed to acknowledge that my tender is not a negotiable instrument. Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, legal tender under the Uniform Commercial Code, UCC, Section 1-20124, official comment. The reference official comment notes that the definition of money is not limited to legal tender under the UCC. Oh, the reference official comment notes that the definition of money is not limited to legal tender under the UCC. Hold on. I showed y'all what the legal tender was the debt note, right? So if it's not limited to legal tender, then what else is it legal to or limited to? Then it says the test adopted is that of sanction of government, whether by authorization before issue or adoption afterwards, which recognizes the circulating medium as a part of the official currency of that government. The narrow view that money is limited to legal tender is rejected. Thank you. In light of the holding of Guaranty Trust Company versus Henwood case law, a federal U.S. Court of Appeals ruled that Title 31 U.S.C. 5118, as of October 27, 1977, legal tender for all discharge of debt is no longer required. Thank you. That is because legal tender is not in circulation at par with promises to pay credit. Requirement of repayment of debt is against public policy since legal tender was not in circulation. And what do it say? They cannot demand payment in any particular form of coin or currency or legal tender, and repayment or payment need only be made in equivalent kind, a negotiable what? Instrument. What is a negotiable instrument? A promissory note. HJR 192, Public Law 73-10, and Title 31 USC 5118 prohibits banks' creditors from demanding any specific species of payment. All banks must process lawful United States currency. Failure to do so is interference with commerce, a felony under the RICO Act, 18 USC 1951. Stop. How many times have banks or creditors performed the RICO Act on you? Go try to get a car and they're going to say, how much can you put up front? That's illegal. They can get hit with the RICO Act because they interfering with commerce. But see, people don't want the truth. They'll be like, oh no, he ain't speaking of crazy stuff. And then it says, if you believe you have a lawful reason to dishonor this negotiable instrument, you must return it to the agent above with lawful reasons, fully stated and cited, sworn under your unlimited liability. Hold on. So that means if you've been If you've been turned down for anything, they supposed to return that instrument, which is the affidavit that you signed. They supposed to return it back to you and tell you why they ain't holding it in dishonor. But you know why you don't get it? Because what they do is they take your signature that's on it, they take it to the bank, they monetize it, they get paid off it, then they tell you you can't get whatever you want. That's illegal. And see, that's what happens when you don't understand banking law. That's why I keep telling people, like, I will never tell you the full thing because I want you to seek for yourself, just like I had to. Tiffany said, hey, Dana, I don't agree with you. Trump is pure evil and hate. Can you tell me what, you know what? Let's go Dark Magga. Can you explain to me how Trump is pure hate and evil, Tiffany? I love conversations like this because now I get to put the truth out there. Can you explain to me how he's pure hate and evil? I want to know. Because if you could tell me how Trump is pure hate and pure evil and how Biden is not, I'll shut up. Because see, one thing I will explain to you is that a lot of people do not understand what's really going on. A lot of people don't know. And then I must say this, for all the people that's talking about, the people in DC, but they losing their jobs and this and this. Did y'all say that when Biden ended all those jobs for the Keystone Pipeline? Now, I'm going to say this much. President Trump getting our money back from Ukraine. Ukraine and the U.S. strike a minerals agreement. Kiev will allocate half of its future rare earth mineral earnings to the U.S. and Zelensky is traveling to the White House to finalize the deal. Okay, cool. Now that we got that right out the way, what no other president doing that? Donald Trump signed the Keep Every Extra Penny Act into law. Nobody was doing that. So I'm trying to figure out, how is Trump evil? I'm waiting for Tiffany to tell me this. Because it's easy to say somebody's evil and it's easy to put something on somebody, but we got to have facts when we do that. Now let's go here. The Biden IRS leaked tax info of over 405 million Americans, including President Trump. The IRS initially claimed that 70,000 were affected, but new disclosures proved the leak was 6 times larger. Info from the White House Judiciary Committee. I'm just trying to figure out. Then the Democratic Party put this out. We should seriously consider filing a class action lawsuit against Elon Musk for stealing our social security numbers. Now watch this. My response to that was, Donald Trump need to lock up everybody that uses their social security number. And folks is like, well, Dana, why? Because you didn't ask for it. So you using something that you didn't apply for is fraud, ain't it? See, the thing is, you can't use the same thing for evil and then turn around and try to make it for good. But see, I'm waiting because see, can't nobody tell me how Trump is evil. Especially when you got stuff like this running around. The new movement is to protect trans kids. Look at the colors. Trump is trying to stop that, but y'all calling him evil. And y'all know Tiff is one of my favorite people. But even when you're wrong, just like if I'm wrong, Tiffany would check me. So now that I'm saying that she's wrong, you know, it's crazy. So I'm just trying to figure out, how is Trump evil? Well, I'm going to say this. Hold on. And what up, Ern? I'm going to say this much. Shout out to the real Toya Brooke. A lot of people ain't going to like this because this administration is standing on business. Watch this. New Mexico extradited 29 high-profile drug cartel figures, including notorious drug lord Rafael Caro Quintero, to the United States. This comes as the real Donald Trump administration is ramping up pressure on Mexico to combat drug trafficking. Hold on. So with that being said, it's going to be hard for the Mexicans to smuggle drugs and fentanyl and everything to the United States because now they see that Trump is not playing. Now, about the Epstein filers. We all know that the Dems is destroying certain things and they doing certain things, right? And that's fine. But Kash Patel got it all. And I want to see how this all going to play out now. Anywho, let's look at the press conference because I didn't get to see it. So I can't really tell y'all much about it. So let's look at the press conference from today with Trump, Zelensky, and Elon Musk. I meant JD Vance, I'm sorry. Let's look at this and let's critique it. Let's go.
This thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred. And I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So It's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way, so that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I want to respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now the President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact line?
2015.
2014
2014.
and 2014.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
that's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, yeah, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Count once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once?
Whoa.
In this entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
please. You think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning.
I know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of times
that they're
thank you
accept
to
that-
American people.
accept that
What
there are
in the
disagreements,
world?
and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running low
I know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't, please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look. If you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're
I
saying
said-
you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
it doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was
wasn't
with
you.
a guy named Biden who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful. Because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry.
It's going to be a tough deal to make because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia...
Whoa. So, whoa. That was a little heated. I mean, that was real heated. Like, God. Like, ooh. Ooh. That was whew. That could have got ugly. That could have got real ugly. So I'm going to jump over to the letter that Pam Bondi sent out last night to Kash Patel. Like I said, I have it all. And we want to put it out there. Office of the Attorney General. Dear Director Patel, before you came into office, I requested the full and complete files related to Jeffrey Epstein. In response to this request, I received approximately 200 pages of documents, which consisted primarily of flight logs, Epstein's list of contacts, and a list of victim names and phone numbers. I repeatedly questioned whether this was the full set of documents responsive to my requests, and was repeatedly assured by the FBI that we had received the full set of documents. Late yesterday, I learned from a source that the FBI field office in New York was in possession of thousands of pages of documents related to the investigation and indictment of Epstein. Despite my repeated requests, the FBI never disclosed the existence of these files. When you and I spoke yesterday, you were just as surprised as I was to learn this new information. By 8 a.m. tomorrow, February 28th, the FBI will deliver the full and complete Epstein files to my office, including all records, documents, audio, and video recordings. and materials related to Jeffrey Epstein and his clients. Regardless of how such information was obtained, there will be no withholdings or limitations to my or your access. The Department of Justice will ensure that any public disclosure of these files will be done in a manner to protect privacy of victims and in accordance with law. As I have done my entire career as a prosecutor, I am also directing you to conduct an immediate investigation into why my order to the FBI was not followed. You will deliver to me a comprehensive report of your findings and proposed personal action within 14 days. I appreciate your immediate attention to this important matter. I know that we are both committed to transparency for the American people, and I look forward to continuing to work with you to serve our president and our country. Sincerely, Pamela Bondi. Whoa. So, Jesus Christ. So, within 4 hours of that letter being put out, this is what we found.
Files, servers, as Kash Patel is coming in to clean house. Journalist Michael Schellenberger first reported this last night. Here's his tweet. FBI whistleblower Go Bactual, who is, by the way, Garrett O'Boyle, confirmed to me that a source inside FBI said that FBI employees were destroying evidence on servers and that he informed Kash Patel. I hope that he and AG Bondi, John Ratcliffe, Elon Musk, Luna Paula are, Paulina Luna, are preventing this. We urgently need disclosure on this. And then to which Congresswoman Luna then said there's a war happening right now inside the intelligence community. So what is going on here? They're destroying evidence. They're destroying servers. They're trying to hide their tracks on their way out. Chris Biota is a 25-year FBI veteran. He served as the chief of FBI science and technology programs, one of the top guys at the FBI. Here's his book, Wanted, The FBI I Once Knew, How to Restore Faith in the World's Premier Law Enforcement Agency. And Christopher joins us now to talk about this and what's happening inside the intelligence community right now. Chris, great to see you. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you. Great to be here.
So first, your reaction to hearing from these whistleblowers. I mean, Garrett O'Boyle was an FBI whistleblower, as you know, telling Michael Schellenberger that he has confirmed that there are FBI agents that are destroying servers, destroying evidence. What do you make of that at a high level, and what sort of evidence do you think that they're destroying?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that if true and accurate, it would be very disappointing to hear that the FBI culture has declined to that point. I need some more information on exactly what they were talking about as far as destroying servers and files, because FBI line personnel, I mean, rank and file FBI agents and professional support staff do not have access to those types of information technology equipment or to even electronically remove files for destruction. So I have to get a little bit more information in that. The FBI's information management and data systems, they're all fully auditable. They're all fully traceable, and they're discoverable in for litigation purposes. So need a little bit more information to see about what possibly could be going on.
Right. This can't just be burning papers. It doesn't work like that. So we have to assume we have some sort of redundancy. But CNN piggybacked that report by saying that some people in intelligence, they named the CIA, but also possibly the FBI, could be motivated to take what they know to a foreign intelligence service. What does that mean? As if they would sabotage the rest of us and because they're disgruntled, or what would be in it for somebody to do that? What's the motivation?
Well, that's been a standing threat forever. Anytime you have disgruntled employees, people who are fired, people who leave the organization with under some sort of negative circumstances, there's always a threat that they can go to an adversary or a competitor and they can offer their information, experience, knowledge, or maybe even access to third-party personnel who would cooperate. So it's always been a problem, and I think the intelligence community, law enforcement community, they police that the best they can, but it's not something that we can resolve once they're let go from the organizations.
Now you've had
so wait, can I just clarify that point? So do you think CNN may be ratcheting this up as a fear, as a reaction to disgruntled employees because of Trump, when it has always been a fear? Is it perhaps that we're being manipulated by the media to think that this is because of Trump?
I think what you're seeing is maybe a little bit more highlighting on the issue now because of the mass firings across the government, and people are in fear for their jobs. And there's a lot of disgruntlement right now, which again creates that what people call the insider threat inside of organizations, where people with access to sensitive systems and information, once they're terminated and they leave with a bad feeling, they become highly recruitable by our adversaries.
So you're a 25-year FBI veteran. I imagine, and I'm speculating, that you maybe have talked to some individuals who are still at the FBI, who are maybe, I don't know, nervous, or what are they seeing behind the scenes right now as Kash Patel has come in? We're hearing, Congresswoman Luna saying there's a war right now within the intelligence community. Is that accurate? What are you hearing from your sources at the FBI?
What I hear mainly is that there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of confusion. Folks don't know what's going on. I don't know if the messaging has been as good as it could have been on some of the activities, and telling people why certain things were happening. I think folks are left in the dark, and it's creating a lot of just anxiety, I guess is the best word. But I will.
All right, so I'm gonna leave that there, and I'm gonna go a little further to this DEI thing. Check this out. I want y'all to hear this. Check this out.
A nightmare. Take a look at this headline.
Well, this story was trending on X, so we decided to look into it and read the litigation, and it's a doozy. This is what the Obama Center was supposed to look like when it's completed in Chicago. These are sketches. It's not actually built yet, but it has been delayed now, so it's a bit of a joke. Now the project managers are being sued for racial discrimination because, get this, the project itself, the contracts I'm about to show you, demanded diversity. Now the minority contractors are accusing the project managers of racism because they got behind on the job. They made this bed. So construction on the project was supposed to start in 2018, but it didn't really start until 2021. Part of that we can blame for the pandemic, but not as far back as 2018, clearly. Then they set a goal of completion by June of 2024. Didn't happen. Now they're saying maybe 2025, but that doesn't look likely. Look at the lawsuit that was filed last month against the project's engineers, Thornton Tomasetti. Now this is the engineering firm that is being accused of racism. I'm going to show you the page of the contractor who is the lead engineer on this programming. He's a white guy. I have to say that, sadly, because race matters in this story and proves that when you prioritize race, it all goes to pot. So the concrete contractors are suing. They allege that they were super excited to take this job because, look, this was in their contract, that the owner had to, any contracting job that took this job on the Obama Center, had to be committed to maintaining an environment of diversity. You had to hire diverse. You had to have a commitment to diversity. Even if you're a concrete layer, that was in the job description. But what they say later is that when they were actually pushed to complete the job, not just stand there as a racial minority, but actually then do the job, they couldn't because they didn't have the workforce. They admitted such in their own.
I got a question.
Own complaint. This was a $92 million job. And they say here that they could not find the workforce to meet these diversity goals. So when they went back to the engineer and said that their costs were up and they asked for more money, the firm told them no. And then when the firm provided an update on the project to the Obama Foundation, they blamed the concrete contractors and they said, well, obviously we're being blamed because we're black. And the engineer said a more experienced firm could have done this, but we hired the diverse firm and that put us behind. And they're saying that's racism. They're saying you're indicating that a white-led firm would have done better. Here's, according to that update, they said, this is the engineer saying that the engineers bent over backwards to assist what everyone knows was a questionably qualified subcontractor team in areas where a more qualified subcontractor would not have required it. What they're saying is, you told us to just hire people based on their skin color. We did that instead of hiring them based on their experience. Now our project's behind. So now the plaintiffs are saying, look, you said this and it's clear racism because that is an obvious implication that the minority-owned members of the concrete company were not sufficiently qualified to perform the work, and that one or more of the minority-owned firms were the true cause of the delays. So what they're saying, I mean, obviously.
So I got one question. I ask everybody. When did DEI help you? And the reason why I ask that question is because a lot of us that's in our age range, DEI ain't had nothing to do with what we've been through. DEI ain't had nothing to do with us getting hired wherever. DEI ain't had nothing to do with that. The problem that I'm having is that us colored people wants to jump on every trend because it look and sound good. Now, we jumped on a trend of calling each other black, when technically black was for the Caucasian folks because they don't have pigmentation to be in the sun, so they were called dead men. So instead of calling them dead men to their face, they call them black men. But because we are of a darker descent, we jumped on that and ran with it. And I'm saying we because we as a culture, that's what we did. And now, and when people try to correct y'all and say, no, you're not black, y'all niggas and black people get upset. I'm trying to ask a question. Why? I'm going to ask the real questions. Why? Because DEI ain't never helped me. Even when I went to a HBCU, I had to go to a HBCU because of my grades, not because of DEI. Because truth to be told, if DEI was for us, why couldn't us NIGGEUS niggas, why can't we go to Harvard? Why can't we get in Yale? DEI and was in place. So why can't we go to Harvard and Yale? We got to be accepted by their folks. Now watch this. Yes, one of them, I don't know which one, had a colored sister on the board. But over top of her was a Chinese person that ran who came into Harvard and who came into Yale. My question is this. You let Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, two freaks, tell y'all who y'all are. How did Jesse Jackson and become popular? Because he slept with people behind Martin Luther King back that was on the march. And then, wait for it, Donald Trump paid for the Rainbow Coalition. I'm trying to figure something out. If Donald Trump ain't never paid for the Rainbow Coalition, would we be hearing from Jesse Jackson? Because Jesse was unheard of until Trump paid for the Rainbow Coalition. And then he told Jesse, when you get the money, come pay me back. Jesse got the money up 3 years later and came and paid Trump back. And Trump said, never mind, keep it. I just wanted to see your character. But y'all say that Trump is a bad person. And the first thing somebody say, oh, Trump is a bad businessman. Is he? Look, he foreclosed on this and this and this and this and this. Wait. Trump had bankruptcy here. Wait. What successful person never filed bankruptcy? I'll wait. These are things that you don't want to talk about. Trump wasn't considered racist until he ran for office. And before that, he was in with us. Him and Oprah, inseparable. He linked on Jeffrey Epstein and made some people mad. And barred Jeffrey Epstein from Mar-a-Lago. I'm just saying. So while the ignorance spread, the truth is there to halt it. I'm just trying to figure something out. What make Trump this bad person? And then I heard somebody say, oh, deport Elon Musk because he's South African. Wait. If we go on that route, why don't you deport Barry Soetoro, aka Barack Obama? If you want to go there, why not deport Tina Tension? See, y'all don't want to have this real conversation. Y'all want to continue Twitter beefing. Y'all don't want to have this own conversation. The question is this. Well, the question is this. Why do y'all feel the way y'all feel about Donald Trump? That's the question. Second of all, the statement is this. Do you realize that y'all hate the man so much that y'all are the racist ones? And y'all don't have a problem with spewing how much racism is built in within y'all. And then let's go here. Y'all say, oh, Donald Trump got the support of the KKK. No, he don't. It's the Democratic Party that puts the KKK out to create a mass illusion. The Ku Klux Klans came from the Democratic Party. The Confederate flag was built, made, and displayed by the who? Democratic Party. The Aryan Nation come from the Democratic Party. The Nazis come from the Democratic Party. So when you talking about it, and you talking about, oh my God, these Republicans, this and this and this and this. The Republicans were the one that helped folks. The Democrats were the one that hurt folks. And here's where I get mad at my president, Donald Trump. I wish he stopped sparing people feelings. Because I'm at the point now where people are only going to listen to what they want to listen to. So with that being said, stop saying that we have a democracy. A republic can never be a democracy. Let's stop caving and making these Democrats feel like they are good about something. No. Keep your foot on the necks and let these Democrats know what they are, a piece of shit. However, you do have good Democrats. You do have good Republicans, but you also got rhinos and you also got Democrats. And for the person that's going to say, oh, well, no, the United States is a democracy. Okay, say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, where's the democracy at? Where is the democracy at? Why don't they say the Pledge of Allegiance no more? Because they don't want people to catch on to what's really being said. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I got one thing to say. Make that make sense. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Be someone important, be yourself. I thank y'all for joining me. Dana J is back, baby. And we going to pump out this content by public demand. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to show facts on top of facts. And if I'm wrong, just let me know that I'm wrong. Let's research it together, and then let's go live and talk about it together. Church Boy Chronicles will be back Monday, this Monday. And the topic will be, can a woman be a bishop? The topic on Church Boy Chronicles on Monday will be, can a woman be a bishop? I would like everybody that know how to have real good conversations to come on and talk about it. Because if we're going to do things the right way, let's do things the right way. With that being said, elephants don't swat flies. Jets fly over turbulence. Don't worry about the naysayers. Do you, be you, love on you, and understand that God loves you. With that being said, I don't got much to say, but this is the last day of it. But before you go, for the people that says we don't have a secret account, check this out.
Record. And this is a UCC financing statement with the United States of America Department of Defense. Look who's the debtor. The Federal Reserve System. That's who prints the money. And it's in a trust, $14 trillion. Who is a jurisdiction organization of the United States of America, but lowercase, right? The lower USA. We know what that is. But that's not even a kicker. This is the kicker. Miscellaneous, in brackets, with this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. But look what they included in their lien. As all real men with hands and legs and all real land in the United States of America, $14 trillion, with trust in God, this real estate is with the public. So it's all the people with hands and legs. They put a lien on your body. Go get the record. And this is a UCC financing statement with the United States of America Department of Defense. Look who's the debtor. The Federal Reserve System. That's who prints the money. And it's in a trust, $14 trillion. Who is a jurisdiction organization of the United States of America, but lowercase, right? The lower USA. We know what that is. But that's not even a kicker. This is the kicker. Miscellaneous, in brackets, with this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. But look what they included in their lien. As all real men with hands and legs and all real land in the United States of America, $14 trillion, with trust in God, this real estate is with the public. So it's all the people with hands and legs. They put a lien on your body. Go get the record.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening sky. Let it resound. Let it resound. As the rolling sea.
Hold on. And before I go, My cousin asked me to look up the definition of republic, right? And I have to show this to the people. I have to show this. I have to show this. The definition of republic, right? First of all, republic is a noun. And the definition is a state. Look how state is pronounced lowercase, which means what? A personal noun. A person noun, which means you. A state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives, and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch. Ooh. Ooh. A state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives, and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch. So all of y'all that's going around saying Trump is a dictator, he's not. Because the republic selected him. And the republic is a state in which supreme power is held by who? The people and their elected representatives, and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch. I'm out. I'm out. Thank you, Cuzzo. Y'all be blessed. We out.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening sky. Let it resound. Let it resound. As the rolling sea. I like this part right there. Come on. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. They sing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Now we add a little something to it. Just to encourage you. We're taking the church later. Let's go! We'll be marching right till the victory is won. All my brothers out there. Hold your head up, brothers, till the victory is won. For all my sisters in the struggle. Keep believing, sisters, till the victory is won. Until that day. Till that day comes. Let us march on to victory. Till victory is won.
Swimming in you. Hey, little mama said I wanna take her. Dip in your pool. Just go for a little dive, yeah.